There is a stranger who comes to this village from the sea. He comes in the winter when people are hungry and brings fish. He comes on the king tide. That was last night. Chuck.
I just want to say a quick thanks to my cast and crew. It's been a great shoot, and thank you, UK. It's been amazing.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. New Justice League footage, let's break it down. We get to see Jason Momoa in full battle gear, just going crazy. If you're wondering what the hell's going on, why all this awesome footage is dropping from all these different, Marvel and DC, it's New York Comic Con right now. So I'll explain more about that at the end of this. But what you're looking at here is them filming the Justice League Comic Con footage, along with some other stuff too. Like they've added a bunch of new stuff, like Batman wearing the new version of his costume. Ben Affleck said there's two different versions of the Batsuit. There's the one that you saw during Batman v Superman, like the more lightweight cloth-looking version. Then you have the more hardcore battle suit that's a little less cranked up than the Dark Knight Returns suit he was wearing when he was fighting Superman. That's more like wearing the tank, like, the difference between the Tumbler in the new version of the Batmobile, which also got upgrades for Justice League, although it's kind of hard to tell just seeing them right next to each other. It's just that they're fighting Steppenwolf, Parademons. Of course, everybody's gonna have to armor up way more than they have been in the past. So a lot of this should seem familiar. Him going to recruit Aquaman. They intersperse it with footage of them playing with the cameras. I'm kind of a camera geek, so this is all really interesting to me. Like, these are just as fun for me as the actual straight up trailers with footage from the movie. But a lot of these cameras that they work with are like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Side note, there was a Frankenstein camera rig that the director of Thor Ragnarok posted. Just to give you an idea, this is 5+ ARRI cameras synced together for like some big action set piece that's going to be happening in the Thor movie. But back to Justice League stuff, the reason why you see these Frankenstein cameras is because they capture a lot of high frame rate stuff. The new thing now is to capture 8K, and even though we're like a long time away from being able to see 8K movies in our homes or on DVD or anything like that, it'll be here in the next 10 years. And what they do is they shrink the image down, so there's a lot more color data. There's a lot more visual information on screen than if you were just shooting in, say, like 1080p or even 4K. This kind of looks like the ruins of Wayne Manor. They kind of explained that in the history of this movie universe, it's fallen into disrepair, and Batman pre-Batman v Superman is just too bummed out to try and fix it. But the whole idea is that Superman's sacrifice inspires him to form the Justice League. So I would expect that, sometime in the future continuity, maybe during the Batman films, you'll see him rebuilding Wayne Manor. Bunch of green screen, of course there's going to be green screen, so many special effects in this movie. Aquaman in his full armor, Jason Momoa just mugging for camera. He's probably one of the most fun people to hang out with on set, but real life Jason Momoa is kind of like Shazam, this little kid in this huge person's body. Ezra Miller in the practical version of the costume. This is kind of like the way they did Captain America Civil War. People wore suits on camera, but then later when they were doing the special effects, they digitally replaced a lot of this stuff. So a lot of the costumes, when you see them in the actual movie, will be mostly CG, but they put the actors in them on camera because it helps their performance and it gives the people that do special effects something to work with. This is the old lightweight suit with him jumping here. This reminds me of like a super hardcore version of that Flash Fight Club trailer, but it looks like they're riding the elevator down into the Batcave just because of the rock behind them there. Up on the roof of the Gotham City Police Department with the bat signal. I know this kind of looks like Superman in the black costume, but this is actually a stunt double for Batman, who's just using the grappling hook to jump across this expanse here. Star Wars Death Star style, although technically I think that would be Wonder Woman to swing Batman across, carrying him around like a tiny little baby. Batman recruiting the Flash. This is that scene where he's like, why are you sitting in my chair, dude? Bunch of stunts, Flash getting kicked around, probably by something really huge. Batman getting lifted off the ground by someone in Wayne Manor, maybe one of the Justice League members. Wonder Woman and Aquaman in full battle gear, beating the shit out of someone. Aquaman even has his trident. They're the two most powerful people besides Superman in the Justice League. Batman in the new Batsuit, like the picture that Zack Snyder showed off in the new flying Batcave. The beauty of this is that you can't tell if Wonder Woman is destroying someone or cheering in triumph. Justice League assembled for giant CG action set piece. Aquaman borrow Wonder Woman's sword? Sure, why not? And this is obviously the whole cast and crew just waving, thank you to everybody, goodbye, because they finished principal photography. They still have reshoots, but this is a football stadium for scenes that add context for Cyborg. So Cyborg in the comics, before he becomes Cyborg, is like the star athlete football player. Then he gets into the accident, becomes Cyborg. So they'll probably have some flashback scenes for him here. But really cool. I really like the way they're marketing this right now. Just like showing people, hey, we're making something. It's going to be really awesome. Not waiting till like the very end to just dump stuff. Like here's just like a little teaser for something really awesome we're making. They don't have to spoil stuff. They just have to like show you something really cool every once in a while. Just here's some breadcrumbs just to tide you over till we have a real trailer, which is supposed to be dropping around Christmas time this year. But what's going to happen is they'll do reshoots later, so we'll continue seeing stuff from behind the scenes in addition to actual trailers in the next 6 months or so. But this movie, Justice League, is coming out November next year, if you guys didn't know. So it's not going to be around for at least another year. But just a reminder of all the really big stuff that I'm working on next. There's a Justice Society Legends of Tomorrow 4-night crossover trailer they just posted, so I'll do a video for that next. There's an Iron Fist Netflix panel that's happening at New York Comic Con tomorrow. They're dropping a new trailer, so obviously I'll do videos for that. There's a Punisher panel, like a John Bernthal panel, that's happening on Sunday. So Punisher stuff this weekend too. Whole bunch of Marvel, whole bunch of DC. So I'll be posting updates on when stuff is coming on Twitter and Facebook. The links for that are in the description. But be sure to subscribe to get everything. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really good weekend. So Justice Society Legends of Tomorrow should post in a couple hours. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here for that last big crazy Flash trailer, and you can click here for the Marvel Defenders Netflix and chill video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.